What's going on, guys? We're here in Rise and Shine movie news. Just a real quick bit of news on Ghost in the Shell. It's been in development hell, but now Hollywood Reporter, and you can find this story on my description box. I'll have the link. That Jonathan Herman, who did Straight Outta Compton, who penned Straight Outta Compton, is writing the script for Ghost in the Shell. But the original screenplay was by William Wheeler and Jamie Moss. Now, this is great news because Straight Outta Compton is one of the best films of this year. So him being attached to this film just brings a plus, an A plus. Now, a lot of people are skeptical because Scarlett Johansson is Makoto in the lead, basically, in this film adaptation of Ghost in the Shell. And Ghost in the Shell is one of the greatest anime manga series of anime culture of all time. I have many videos saying that I think Scarlett Johansson is a good fit, and she does bring a lot a stardom, and I know there's a lot of controversy. Don't necessarily want to get into that today. I will get into that in another video, probably another one once we get more news about more of the casting. I am hoping for a diversity type casting in this film. Scarlett Johansson could work as the lead, but give me a diverse casting of overall the other characters, especially Bato. Anyway, but moving on from there, this news of Herman penning Ghost in the Shell is great. Like I said, Straight Outta Compton was one of my favorites of this year, and a lot of people went to go see that. Made a lot of money, and a lot of people agreed that it was a really damn good film. So, having somebody who already has found success of this year is always an A plus 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 plus. Now, what's the release date now on this film? I have no clue. I didn't look at it. I didn't see where it's going. But we also have development hell projects as well with Akira and Akira, and even Lionsgate trying to acquire the rights of Naruto. So it seems like Hollywood is definitely moving towards the anime culture and trying to bring it into a live adaptation, especially with Death Note. There was some casting news for Death Note, but I guess that casting news, they dropped the actor that they cast, and a lot of people were outraged by it. But overall, guys, listen, I think I'll say this and I'll keep saying this. Anime live adaptations could definitely work. It could definitely work on the big screen, but it has to be first of all, the studio has to be on board and treat the material with respect. The director has to treat the material with respect. It has to have a vision. And you guys need to understand, anime, it works in anime, the dialogue, the overall, some of it's cheesy, guys. Admit, some of it's cheesy. But it doesn't work in a live adaptation. So things have to be changed in order to make this a experience that doesn't make you roll your eyes. Look at Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is definitely a property that, yes, the fighting definitely could work. Look at Man of Steel. However, the dialogue in Dragon Ball, the overall, when Goku was a kid growing up, and then his situation with Bulma, the pervertedness in there. I mean, so many things in Dragon Ball going into a live adaptation comes off comical. So you have to change things in order to fit that. And I always said that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z can't really work because it's such a long-lasting series. While Ghost in the Shell, it definitely holds, it could work because it has first of all, you have the film, and then you had the first season, and then second gig, and and then even Arise, but they all focus on really one kind of the laughing man and like the storyline, and then they have individual kind of stories that with dealing with Bato and Makoto and their team. I mean, there's different. It has that feeling that you could really create something. You could create your own kind of story for Ghost in the Shell and put it on the big screen. Just use the same material that they have, like the cyber tech, the cyber hacks, the cyber terrorists as well. You have that concept, and it could definitely work in a live adaptation. Look at The Matrix. The Matrix was definitely influenced by Ghost in the Shell. So I really do believe that, I think Ghost in the Shell has a strong possibility of being an anime live adaptation that could be fantastic, but it needs also the budget, because if you watch Ghost in the Shell, you could tell damn, if they ever make a live adaptation, they need a budget because there is a lot of technology, there's a lot of visuals that need to hold up for this live adaptation, and they need a budget in order to do that. Now, if you're saying that I'm wrong, pretty much most of the time I am, but if you're saying I'm wrong and you're saying that this can't work, and you're saying there is no property or film that has ever really accomplished what I'm saying, there has been. A lot of people like Speed Racer. I haven't seen that film, but a lot of people said Speed Racer was actually an enjoyable ride, even though it bombed in the box office. I did it. It bombed in the box office, and of course the Wachowskis did that. But also, I believe last year, a film called Edge of Tomorrow is an adaptation of All You Need Is Kill, a manga series, a light novel, really. It's a light novel first. And that film, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, was one of the best films of last year. And I went and I read the manga, and I saw some of the light. I heard the audiobook of some of the light novel, but the manga, it was true to the source material. There was a little tweaks and stuff, especially the ending, but it was really true to the source material. And I gotta say, that is how you make an anime live adaptation. If you haven't seen it, go check out check out the manga, All You Need Is Kill first, and then check out Edge of Tomorrow. It is definitely a fun ride, and it definitely had a director, a studio that was on board. So Ghost in the Shell, this signing for a screenplay is definitely one of the most important aspects. So overall, my whole gist of this is screenplay comes first, and I'm very confident in the Straight Outta Compton screenplay, Herman. However, it is kind of odd that he went from Straight Outta Compton to a cyber terrorism anime like live adaptation of Ghost in the Shell. Definitely a different transition, but we'll see how it works out. And I do have faith and confidence in Ghost in the Shell. I think Steven Spielberg wanted to produce it. I would have loved to see him direct it, but he wanted to produce it. So a lot of things, a lot of parts moving, and I'll have more news when it comes up. So check out everything, all movie news, and definitely more on Ghost in the Shell in this description link below. Cinema Blend. I always go to the source material. They always have great stuff. So I'm Dan the Man, K. Daniel's son. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Would really appreciate it. And like the video if you like it. And comment below and let me know your guys' thoughts. And if you do not agree with me that anime going to live adaptation, that is fine. Love to hear you guys your thoughts anyway, because we all have an opinion. We all think what could work and what could not. So it's just all fun to talk about. So thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys later on Anime. That's on. And I'm out.